How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring along with me to test out the Tamron 20-40 f2.8 for Sony. So let's jump right into it. So I've been primarily shooting with the 17-28 and the 35-150, both by Tamron. And this lens is a 20-40 by Tamron, which got me thinking, am I really going to miss the extra 3mm from the focal length of the 17-28 when I can add 28 all the way to 40? We're about to find out. So I want to see how good this lens is for the vlogging, the videoing, some b-roll and photos, just in case I ever want to have a one lens to just bring out to be able to take photos and videos and vlogging for my type of setups that I like to use. I know I've been asked about this lens and I finally got my hands on one of them, so I'm excited to put this to the test, and we're gonna go and take some photos and videos today and kind of vlog with this lens as well. Here we have the comparison of side by side what these two lenses look like. Ignore the, the thread size filter. This is just an 82mm thread size filter that I put for my 67mm, since I just want to keep the lenses, with the same. But this is what it looks like side by side, which I'll put down here on the table so you can kind of see a little bit better, I guess. The only thing that you want to check out is if I put it at the 20, it comes out, which is about that height. Nothing too crazy. I think it's pretty good right there and then. So for that, pretty light. I like that sleek kind of look of this. I mean, the zoom out of the body, it's okay. It's not my favorite thing, just because you never know, because this one has the internal one, which is nice. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, you're still getting a more compact lens in my honest opinion anyway. So yeah, pretty excited for that. So that's the compact lens of it. I never use my lens hoods, to be honest. I know I probably should. I just never cared to. Not really because of anything specific. I think they're bulky. So, but yeah, pretty good. So this has been the 35-150 at f2, so we're gonna pop this bad boy up to 35 and see how it looks. And now this is with the 20-40 as a talking headshot, so you can see it at 35mm. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, so far that I've seen with this video and with using it in a short amount of time, I think it's done pretty fairly well. Can it, follow me along fairly well with the autofocus? It looks like it's following me. I see a little square in my eye, so that's pretty good. What if I come up close and personal, maybe a little bit farther back? So yeah, so far so good. Let's see if I cover my eyes. Ha ha ha. I don't know, you'll see it before than I do. So yeah, so I'm gonna move it to a 20 so you can see how much wider this shot will be with having it at 20. Now you can see a lot more of my mess all around here, kind of, I guess. I mean, I have my coffee cup over there and I have my phone propped up because I use the Monitor Plus app just to be able to, press record and not go back and forth all the time, unless I have to obviously change the focal length how I did. But this is how it looks like at 20mm at f2.8. So far it looks like it's still keeping that autofocus fairly well on my eye. So I'm hoping that that'll be the case with this lens, because that's the whole point of it. I want it to be fast, like how the Tamron 17-28 has been. So I think so far so good. So this is me holding it like I would be vlogging. You can tell for yourself how you like it, how it looks, or anything. For me, looking at the screen over here, it looks fairly well. I mean, I can hold it out farther to make it more like that, but that gets my arm very tired. Usually I keep it about here, which I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to be too horrible compared to, the 17-20. That little bit it's nice, but also it's not the end of the world. If it would have been like maybe at 16 or 15, I would understand, like you're giving up a good chunk. But a 3mm range, is it that bad? I don't think so. I think would be fine. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, now that I've shown you the comparison between the 35s on both the Tamron 35-150 and the 20-40. Now we can go use this for some vlogging action, b-roll, and some photos. So we've made it to our location. Because it's a little bit misty outside, I'm gonna be doing it at a parking garage and just do a little B-roll and photos there of the wife. And we'll call it an evening, I guess. But I'm liking the distance of the 20 millimeters. Not horrible how I thought it was gonna be with, you know, being too up close or anything like that. Zoom! Right there with the 40. And out. And in and out. So this is a 20, so not too shabby. Right now we're gonna go take some photos of the model, aka the wife. You can't even see her right now, but we'll let you see her. Hi. Yeah, so I kind of want to see what it looks like at 40, and then I'll just kind of scoot back. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Nice. So now I have the 20 to 40 here on the Sony a7 IV. We're gonna do a little bit of photos, and I'm gonna do a little bit behind the scenes with the POV as well, so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm taking them, and you can see it a little bit more in action. I'm not gonna put a filter how I usually do with the kind of Cinebloom diffusion filter, because I want you to see how the photos look just straight without it, and then, you know, eventually in the future I'll probably, you know, keep it how I usually do with my diffusion filters, but for now we'll keep it nice and normal. There we go. You actually come behind the light right here. That way at least we have some light. Here, come closer. Right there. I'm gonna do a wide one. I might even do from lower. There you go. And then at 40. So keep it like that. I actually like how you were looking to the side, look nice. I'm gonna do a 24 millimeter one with the leading lens. Looks pretty cool. Because it's still like kind of like above your waist, but or like around above the waist area, but kind of nice. Ready and boom. There you go. There you go. And then at 35. There you go. I'm gonna do a 20 wide one right here and do it like that again, but try to stay as center as possible. There you go. That looks nice. You're dancing queen. Actually, no, because copyright. This little lens is actually quite nice. So far, I've actually enjoyed really well with the autofocus. It seemed to be really nice, at least how I'm seeing it behind the camera. Obviously can't see it so well until I'm in front of a computer, but yeah, it's not too bad. Not too shabby at all so far. So having a little bit of that wider range to then getting to that 40 is kind of a nice sweet spot. I mean, I know Sony came out with their 20 to 70, but it's an f4, and for about $1,100, I mean, I prefer giving up the rest since I'll have my 35 to 150 anyway. If they would have been, you know, kind of kept it with an f2.8, I think more people would have been enticed to get for the price point. But Sony's doing their own thing. It is what it is. For me, I've been enjoying using Tamron because even Sigma's kind of fallen behind for Sony. They have their good prime lenses, but their zoom lenses seem to be a little bit too hefty for me, because even when I had the 20-75, it was just a lot smaller feeling and lighter than the 24-70. And that's something of the one of the main reasons why I didn't go with it, because I could have been good with 24, but the weight of it was just so bulky that it didn't make sense to have that lens for that focal range. At least at 35-150, I'm covering way more, and it makes sense for me at least. So I'm gonna put the 17-28 that I'm filming with currently side by side with this one at 20, 24, and 28, just so you see how they look. It's not gonna be anything scientific, it's just to see them. I'm gonna try to put them side by side in my hand while I film her just a little bit and go from there, because just felt like it'd be good. Now, keep in mind that that's a Sony a7S III, so the native ISO is a 640, but I'm gonna put it at 800 to match the Sony a7 IV, so it's a little bit easier with everything, so I can have all the same settings with the white balance and everything. But that way you just know. But that's my initial testing of this lens. I honestly, so far, I'm really impressed with it. It's very light, very nice and easy to use. And it's something that I truly enjoy so far with this one, which is gonna make me 9 out of 10, you know, probability, if you will, gonna get rid of my 17-28 just to have this one with my 35-150 to cover all the bases, because at least with this, I'm able to do a good focal range from 20 to 40, and it just makes a lot of sense. Is it for everybody? Well, maybe. It all depends what you're wanting to get out of it. Are you willing to sacrifice maybe the 17 range to 18 and 19 to get the 20 only to 40 and get that extra from the, you know, because the other one you only get 17-28. So it all depends on you, but for me, I think this is gonna be a great lens to have now, just because it will allow me to only have one lens for video and, you know, minor photo stuff whenever I'm out and about with this lens, because I can take good B-roll with my at the 35 range and 40, and I'm not having to go and change with the 35-150 to get other type of B-roll unless I really need to. So that's something that's kind of nice already. I think it'll make it a lot smoother and faster, which for me, I look for efficiency and being able to provide the best quality with the time frame and be faster with it, because that means it's just a lot smoother to be able to produce videos and bring back everything as fast as possible while not sacrificing quality. So having that extra zoom range is going to be nice, despite giving up a little bit of the wider focal length. I don't think it'll matter too much for me personally, but if you're shooting obviously real estate and you need that extra wideness, maybe this isn't the one for you. Maybe you need something wider anyway, but you would probably kind of know yourself if that's the case. But for me, I think, you know, this is going to be a really great lens setup to be able to do vlogging type, because I can hold it out pretty nicely. I can also use it to take minor photos here and there if I want to, if I'm shooting with my Sony a7S III. But if I want to just bring one camera setup, I can bring the Sony a7 IV with a 20-40 now and be able to do vlogging, B-roll, and photos in one lens, and just be able to capture everything that I need to without having to change a simple lens whatsoever. So whenever I need to travel light, this is gonna be a cool little setup to have, because it's really condensed, I mean, for what it is, and it's not so in your face all the time, because even with a little bit of the zoom, it's not too horrible. So pretty excited for this one. If you have any questions about the lens, please let me know down below. I'll be making more videos about it, but this is my initial kind of review and testing of it, and so far I'm impressed. But if you have anything that I didn't cover that you would like me to cover, leave a comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to go check it out and see how I can help you guys out to see if this is the right lens for you, or maybe the 17-28. You know, I didn't want to do anything too crazy with the testing between them, but I'm so excited to see what's gonna come of it with this lens. And I'm sorry to part ways with my 17-28 once I sell it, but still have it for now. So if you have any questions about either of them, let me know below and I'd be happy to help you out. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.